Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
It was heart-wrenching because I just wanted to find my son. I wanted to make sure that they were both okay, and it was hard.
A heartbroken father who has lost his son far too soon. Jason Wild is the father of 4-month-old Tyr, who was found dead near a slough in Stutsman County, North Dakota, nearly a week ago.
The baby and his mother, Jessica Lang, went missing 5 days before. Lang has since been charged with manslaughter and child neglect and could spend up to 30 years behind bars if convicted on the charges.
Today, Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Bailey Hurley, had a jailhouse interview with the father of Tyr, who says justice is not a monster. She joins us now live in the studio with an interview that you'll only see here on Valley News Live. Bailey.
Thanks, Andrea. Jason Wild told me he quit his job, was kicked out of the trailer, and hitchhiked in a storm, all in an effort to find his fiancée and child in the first 24 hours that they went missing. Wild says he tried to report their truck stolen, tried to have an Amber Alert pushed out, and asked to ping Justice's phone's last location, but says he feels like no one wanted to help him.
I feel like a failure sometimes because I didn't find her in time. And I wasn't there for her when I feel like she needed me the most. It was heart-wrenching because I just wanted to find my son. I wanted to make sure that they were both okay, and it was hard.
Wild says he put on over 1,200 miles in 4 days searching the Woodworth area for Justice and Tyr. Wild says he had warrants out for his arrest on unrelated charges, and when a Stutsman County sheriff attempted to pull him over in Woodworth, Wild stepped on the gas and got in a high-speed chase, saying he didn't want to stop looking for his son and fiancée. However, Wild eventually surrendered and was brought into jail.
Pulled me out again and said my son was found dead. So, the not having answers is the hardest part.
Justice told police she doesn't remember much of the time during the 4 days that she was missing or where she last saw her son. Wild says Justice does have a history of using drugs but was clean her whole pregnancy, and that he doesn't think that drugs played a part in what happened. Andrea.
All right, thank you, Bailey. Coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW and Valley News Live at 10. We will have much more from our exclusive jailhouse interview with Wild.
The judge in the case of a former Lemoore police chief sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole has changed his mind, which could be facing a lesser sentence. James Watson was sentenced for continuous sexual assault of a child in multiple counties. In a change of opinion, Judge William Haraff issued a letter stating that a resentencing hearing has been set for next week, citing an oversight in his judgment and sentencing. Watson faced charges in both Golden Valley and Stark counties, as well as gross sexual imposition in Hettinger County in southwest North Dakota. His arrest came while he served as the chief of police for the Lemoore Police Department.
If you like heat over wind chill factor, then today was your day to smile and sweat. Let's find out from Hutch if Friday night's temps will be noticeably cooling off. Hutch?
Yeah, no wind chill today, no snowflakes at all, and the radar very quiet. So besides the hot weather, it does look like we won't have too much of a weather concern tonight. Temperatures still in the upper 80s, Grand Forks and Fargo, low 80s out near Wadena. All in all, things are very quiet, and it's not as humid as it was yesterday with a dew point in the low 60s. Some of you in the 50s for dew points. That's pretty mild for this time of the year. Temperatures in the 80s through 9 o'clock and then 70s into the early overnight. For the most part, crystal clear skies in Fargo-Moorhead. Likewise, 80s for the early evening, overnight 70s and 60s in Grand Forks. The weekend is going to bring some significant change in our weather. A few of us will see thunderstorms. I'll have details on that here in just a few moments.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you, Hutch.
You bet.
We now know the name of the woman that drowned in Grand Forks. Police say 61-year-old Maggie Berlin died in a backyard pool on Wednesday. Officers were called to a home on a report of an unresponsive woman in a pool. Rescue crews tried life-saving measures before sending her to a hospital where she was confirmed dead. Police have not said yet how Berlin ended up in the pool.
A Fargo man is in jail after allegedly trying to steal cars off a dealership sales lot. Police were called to Luther Ford this morning after an employee at the dealership responded to an alarm and saw a man running out of the building. Officers found 22-year-old William Cole of Fargo hiding behind a vehicle. When police approached Cole, he took off running but was later found and arrested for burglary. Police say Cole had several keys which he took from inside the building. Police in Jamestown are asking for help tracking down a fugitive. The department is looking for 51-year-old Patty Heckelsmiller. She has blonde hair and hazel eyes, about 5'2", weighs about 130 pounds. If you have seen her or know where she is, you can contact the Jamestown Police Department.
A North Dakota man was hurt after he and his motorcycle were pinned under a semi in Nelson County. It happened early this morning. It took place east of Petersburg, North Dakota, along Highway 2. 59-year-old Stephen Ralston of Petersburg was rear-ended by a semi driven by 41-year-old Eric Scheip of Indiana. Ralston and his motorcycle became pinned under the front bumper of the semi. He was treated for multiple injuries at All True Hospital in Grand Forks. No word on his current condition. The semi driver was ticketed for care required.
A Minnesota man suffered life-threatening injuries when he was thrown from his motorcycle after hitting a deer early this morning in Polk County. The Minnesota State Patrol says it happened 1.5 miles west of Gully, Minnesota, which is 45 miles northwest of Bemidji. 53-year-old Thomas Acree of Bagley was riding along Highway 92 when he hit a deer standing in the road. Acree laid the bike down in an attempt to avoid the deer, but was not successful. Acree was not wearing a helmet.
It's all clear now, but a ruptured gas line caused some concern in a Fargo neighborhood this morning. It happened on 11th Avenue between 4th and 5th Street. Police say a construction worker struck the gas line while digging for road placement rather. No one was hurt. No one was needed to be evacuated.
If you're looking for a way to spend your Saturday, you might want to swing by the Red River Market downtown. With over 70 vendors this year, the event has something for everyone to enjoy. You'll find fresh produce, household goods, live music, and new food vendors. This event is centered around bringing the community together to enjoy what the Red River Valley has to offer. It opens at 10 in the morning and runs until 2 in the afternoon and is located at the corner of 4th Avenue North and Broadway.
Stay away from the hot sauce. It's warm enough as it is.
Yeah.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, there's no age limit when it comes to fighting crime. What these kids did today to help police.
Up next, keeping tabs on your baby during pregnancy. Why a Valley News Live reporter opted for a certain type of testing.